Every play counts. Every play could ultimately win or lose the game. And the game really comes down to 3 or 4 plays. And one thing about a play, it don't care who makes it. So it might as well be you.
Let the game come to you. If you're a great player, you're going to play well if you relax and not try to do too much. Everybody wants to make their mark on every single play, on every single throw, and you just can't play that way.
Wow. Patriots came with a vengeance that time.
We had some players that were free agents and that were rookies. They were excited, and they get outside of doing their job, hyperventilate. They do all those different things. And we tried to tell them to have an even kill. Try and play it like it's any other football game.
Don't make the game bigger than what it is. If you're now picking up your study habits, but what were you doing the first 16 games of the year? So you weren't playing as hard as you can play? Bring the same energy you bring every week.
You can hear advice from many people that have gone there before, but none of those people were in your head when you were going through the dreams, and now you're actually in this moment. No matter what someone says, they can't ever prepare you for it. They can just tell you about it, and then you have to endure it and be ready when it happens.
Super Bowl advice from all of our legends here at NFL Network. We have reporters with the Eagles, with the Patriots. We have the best fans in the NFL right behind us here at the NFL Experience live in Minneapolis. This is Good Morning Football, baby. Best of the best. Who wakes up before I even have like a coffee or a bite to eat? Talk to J.J. Watt and Eli Manning, Roger Staubach. Unbelievable. Melvin Ingram throwing 1,000 yards behind me. What's happening?
I spoke to Melvin Ingram's necklace. It was awesome.
Unbelievable. You spin it?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Unbelievable. Let's check in with Omar Ruiz, though.
Yeah.
He is with the Patriots by their hotel. They're at the Mall of America. Good morning football to you, Omar. Ain't no Super Bowl party like a Rob Gronkowski Super Bowl party. He is back at practice. Thanks for those laughs and giggles back there. What is the latest on the tight end with New England?
Our Groundhog Day of a story the last couple weeks has come to an end. Gronk Watch is officially over. He's been cleared from the concussion protocol. He was a full participant in practice on Thursday. He had so many media members and cameras surrounding him at his availability yesterday. I don't think he could see his shadow. He did say he knew he'd be clear the whole time, expected to play in the Super Bowl, but did appreciate the cautious approach he and the team took. His teammates saying they appreciate the energy, enthusiasm that Gronk brings to a practice. They also appreciate the all-world capability he has at tight end that returns to the lineup now.
Omar, I love you being there with the Patriots. I also love the way they use those running backs. Josh McDaniels is a master of getting all of them involved, and you never know which one of them is going to crush your dream. So tell me, how are the Patriots approaching this with that running back in the entire room that they have about 7 of them that can kill you?
It's been that way for a number of years, going back all the way to Kevin Falk. And I don't think it's a coincidence, Peter, that their running backs coach the past 16 seasons, Ivan Fears, was a longtime receivers coach before that. He told me it's all about manipulating that matchup, presenting a running back to the defense that gives them that conflict in that decision-making in the run pass, and then having Tom Brady finding the appropriate mismatch. From the Eagles' perspective, Malcolm Jenkins told me that he feels their linebackers and their secondary have enough versatility to keep up with them. The numbers, though, favor the Patriots, second in the league amongst running backs this season in receptions, in receiving yards, first in touchdowns. Eagles 28th in the league in giving up about 6 receptions per game to running backs this season. Certainly a matchup to watch.
Sort of wild looking at the numbers. James White has 6 touchdowns in his last 3 playoff games. He'll probably have a huge impact in this one against the Eagles. Great stuff with Omar Ruiz with the Patriots. Let's flip it over now to our very own Tom Pelissero hanging out in the press area of those Eagles next to the Mall of America there. Good morning to you, Tom. Nick Foles, he has his work cut out for him. Bill Belichick, just as much time as Doug Peterson and company have had time to plan. It's Patricia also having time to prepare against them. So what are they expecting from the Pats defense on Sunday?
Okay, part of what the Eagles are expecting is the unexpected. As Senator Jason Kelsey told me, Bill Belichick, he's always transforming. This is a Patriots team that years ago came out in a Super Bowl playing a completely different defense than they had played the entire season to that point. They're known as a very game plan specific team. So a big emphasis for the Eagles this week was on blocking different defensive fronts, communicating up and down the line, communicating as an offensive unit. Players and coaches said they studied more tape. They dug deeper than they normally would. I asked quarterbacks coach John DeFilippo what kind of challenges that created. He said, listen, your base rules should cover whatever they throw at you. But we know we're going to get some unscouted looks. There's no doubt in the first couple of plays, we got to be ready and we're going to adjust.
Tom, I'm sure you remember the old Adam Sandler power ballad, The Lonesome Kicker. And that brings me to Jake Elliott. We all know this game could come down to a big kick. How much faith do the Eagles have in Jake Elliott, the guy Carson Wentz calls son of a gun?
Jake Elliott's missed some kicks. He's missed a few extra points this season, but his special teams coordinator, Dave Phipp, told me the bigger the moment, the better he's playing, going all the way back to that big game winner he had in September to beat the Giants. I spent some time with Jake Elliott yesterday. He could not seem any more cool. He told me that after team meetings end about 8 p.m. every night, goes back to his room, gets off his feet. He's just watching whatever's on TV. He doesn't want to overthink it. He's not over-visualizing it. He's not putting stress on himself because, as he said, that's where stuff goes bad. The Eagles have never kicked in U.S. Bank Stadium. They've never played in U.S. Bank Stadium. So Phipp made calls this past week to different kickers, coaches, asking for advice. They'll be in the stadium tomorrow for their walkthrough. Elliott said he'll get his target point probably somewhere on the scoreboard. He'll get used to the footing. How long is his range? Elliott said hopefully as long as we might need it to be 60, 61, 62 yards, somewhere in there is where he thinks he can hit it.
These Patriots Super Bowls, Tom, they come down to the wire. Kicking will be a thing, and we on Good Morning Football have loved and profiled the story of Jake Elliott all season long at Memphis, beating Stephen Gostkowski's records there, working out with Gostkowski, getting the praise of Gostkowski, who he'll now be facing in Super Bowl 52. Great stuff, Tom Pelissero there with the Eagles side of things. All right, he was the most prolific quarterback, one of our favorites here on the show. If you're a fan of the NFL, you have to be a fan of the Texans to love watching Deshaun Watson. He will be on Good Morning Football in a couple of moments.
There he is.
But first, guys, let's take a sneak peek at Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan. It is a Prime original streaming on Amazon Prime Video. Take a look.
What does the